Namaste, blessings and greetings, my angels. I apologize, just a little late with your weekend readings, but I just still wanted to get them for you, for your energies for this weekend. Cards have been blessed and prayed for as they always are before all of my readings. To Allah for time. Namaste, namaste. To show your appreciation, as always, for this free content that I put on here, all I ask is that you follow by hitting the subscribe button, push notifications, and hit all under my channel, so this way you're notified every time I upload videos. And comment. I get to know you. The other Sagittarius community members get to know you, and I'll have your name to pull for when I do free card drawings, which I do only for the subscribers that really participate. So to be a subscriber, all you're doing is following me. So I just wanted to find the word subscribe, and it's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. Only if you want personal readings, as these readings are general here on the channel. For personal, you tap the E at my channel banner, and that will take you to my Etsy shop. That's where I do personal services. And if you want to give me or bestow a monetary gift, or put money towards the cards and stuff that I buy for the channel to do these free readings, you may do so there. Okay, so this is your general love reading. I really do believe that what is to be shown will be known, and what is not to be revealed at this time will not be seen. Your energy, your free will, and that of the ones that you are involved with romantically can always alter anything. I have many decks. I alter my decks. I switch them up weekly, so this way I tap into the energies of all the decks. But I love to hear your feedback if you love particular decks or particular ways that I do particular readings, so I can do them for you that way more often. Okay, let's first go to my love deck, and we're going to pull our primary 3 cards for this weekend. So first we're starting out with the card of friendship, followed by the card of passion. Passion has been coming out a lot lately in our romance readings, and the card of soulmate with the underlying message of family. Let me just take a quick look. I don't know why, but I'm getting the vibes here that some of you, and again, this doesn't pertain to all of you. This could have been something that's happened already in your past, something that you might be experiencing now, or something that you have the potential, and I do say potential, to experience in the future. But I do feel like some of you have people in your life that you consider them friends. You know, we all tend to put, it's a fancy thing to do, to put people into particular titles or positions or categories, our lovers, our friends, our associates, our BFF, all these titles that we give people to kind of define who they are, and with those definitions, how we relate to them in our lives. So I feel for those that we put in the friend zone, so to speak, those are the ones that they are what they are. They're friends. We hang out with them. We have good times. We may go to them in confidence in particular situations. Some might be just high and by friends. Some might be friends that you work with. So your friends that you work with are different than your friends that you grew up with. You know what I mean? So even within the classification of friends, there's a difference. But with the energy of friendship being the overall energy of this reading, I feel that some of you have found yourself in the past, or like I said, currently, or maybe in the future, will find yourself getting into a romantic entanglement, okay, with one of your friends. And I know as Saggies, that is something we dread and something we really don't like to do. It's like we don't like to mix business with pleasure. We don't like to date our friends. And for the primary reason, which any sign would probably feel that way, is because usually when we take great friendships and we change them, whether we do it willingly or the universe kind of just melts it that way to romantic connection, if things don't work out, usually the friendship, if it's not a real strong friendship, and depending on the mindset of the two people and their intentions, they lose that friendship. In a lot of cases, most people regard the friendships more than they do a romantic connection with their friends. So that is why, even if there's a hint of flirtiness and playfulness and sometimes you can see yourself with your friend, you really won't go after it. So if it's bound to happen, or it happens, it's because it was kind of meant to be, sort of thing, or it couldn't have been avoided. But we don't outright pursue our friends and think of them in a romantic way. Again, for the same reason, because we want to protect the friendship. We regard the friendship in such a high esteem, and it's more important to us that we keep them as friends than we do as lovers. Okay? And just some people just don't want to cross that line. There's that unknown and that set boundary. But for many of you, you do and will find passion with someone who you regarded as a friend, or that you looked to as a friend, or you hung out with as a friend, and you had them in the friend zone. And this could be someone that you've had in the friendship zone for months, days, or years. But you know, sometimes friends cross that line. You could have been having a problem, and a lot of times it usually is because your friends know what going on in your relationships, especially if you go to them about it. It could be that, you know, you could have been in their arms one night crying over the next guy or the next gal, and you know, they could have been feeling a certain way, you were vulnerable, and next thing you know, them comforting you turns into a passionate hold or kiss. So it's a very fine line sometimes with certain friendships, especially if there is an underlying attraction, but you both don't regard it because, again, you're friends. So there is passion, and many of you will experience passion, some of you this very weekend, with someone that you've been friends with. The connection will be a soulmate connection, so it's not like a twin flame connection where I feel it's going to be long lasting and it's meant to be. I feel if it does turn to a romantic situation, it's because it's a lesson that both you have to learn at this particular time. You both are giving each other something that you both need at this particular time. Overall, you're like family to each other, and the relationship, if it does cross to a romantic one, at the end, you're gonna kind of feel more like family at the end of the day, more than romantic lovers if it doesn't work out. So maybe after the breakup, or after, you know, the one-time wonder, or whatever it is that you have, I don't see you guys being enemies. You'll never pursue that romantic thing again. You might not be the best of friends again, but you will always think of each other as family. You will still have each other's back. So it does bring you closer, but in a different way. And it will teach you both lessons regarding love, friendship, etc. Let's see if we have a clarifier to our weekend reading regarding potential relationships or connections with people that we regard as friends. What other energetic energies do we see? We get the card of a breakthrough. So for some of you, again, remember I told you this connection to this friend that becomes a lover. And again, it could be just a one-night stand. You could date for a few weeks, a few months, and even for a few years. But whatever it is, I did say, as the card says, it is a soulmate connection. So there's a lesson to be learned. There's something you're both giving each other in this connection. So I do feel that there will be a breakthrough, meaning within the lesson, there is something that you are both taught that gives you both a breakthrough in something that maybe you might have been struggling with. You also get the card of performance. Now, not to say that you are both acting in your roles, but I believe I'm taking this energy of performance, that the connection and the relationship that you have with this friend, when it does become romantic, you help each other to perform better as lovers, as friends, and definitely when it comes to being passionate. Followed by restraints. But again, the boundaries are there, and even though you cross them, there's still certain things you will feel funny about, you will feel awkward about, because this is your friend, or this is someone that you've always looked to like a brother or sister. This is someone that you look to as family. You know, it's like that uncomfortable kissing cousins energy. So there still will be things that you might do with them, but there might be uncomfort doing it. There might be some restraints doing it, or you won't do it. You might participate, but not truly giving yourself into it as much, because again, it's a funny thing when you're dating someone that you regarded as a friend. But the final clarifier is intimacy. But there will be sex. There definitely will be sex. There definitely will be intimacy. And the intimacy can tie in with, the performance, the breakthrough, and the restraints. Being that you will have an intimate connection that could possibly be the breakthrough. That, maybe the sexual attraction was there during your friendship, but you both just disregarded it, like, ooh, I'm not having sex with him, even though he's sexy, and now you do. And the way how you perform is very important to you, because this is your friend, right? But yet it's your lover, so you want to do well. But even with that, you're still going to feel uncomfortable doing certain things. Let's see what other energy is there regarding you and this friend turning lover. Messages. So I do see there will be a lot of communication between you two. There will be like if you always used to text each other before, you're going to probably text each other even more now, because your conversations now, they're going to be romantic conversations. So there's going to be a lot of messages, a lot of correspondence, just a lot of romantic stuff going on. I love the purple energy between this. So it's going to be peaceful, calm, loving, romantic messages that you're going to be exchanging. Let's see what the underlying message is. Journey. Like I said, this relationship is going to be one where you're going to have breakthroughs. There's going to be lessons learned. It is part of your path. It is part of your journey. So I love that that came out. I think we'll take one more final one and end with the Numerology card. Our final card for this general love reading is it's time to release negativity. So part of the lesson that you could be being taught in this relationship with your friend that becomes a lover or partner, maybe you have a lot of negativity, or you possess a lot of that for some reason, or maybe they possess it and you help them to release it. But whatever the case is, whatever negativity there is, whether it's both of you together or each of you separately, it is time to release it. It could even be your negative thoughts to the relationship, because again, there's restraints. So even though you might be together or you're seeing each other, you could have negative feelings again towards hooking up with your friend. Okay, so this has been your general love reading. Please show your appreciation as always by sharing, commenting, and liking. You have a great weekend, and following right after this will be your general overall reading for this weekend. Bye.